Hello, everybody. We haven't done this in a while, but we are here running Emerald City tonight. My name is Chameleon Ice, and I'm joined here by OPT Lawyer and TGE, and we are playing Masks tonight with Emerald City. We're going to give you a bit of a recap on what's happening here. First and foremost, our two main characters that we have here is we have OPT, who is our doomed, named Jacob, and TGE, he's our Janus, named Henry. Last time on Emerald City, the guys fought off Tauros, one of the members of the Seven Lords of Hell, a gang that the guys had tangled with during their first major encounter together. They managed to beat him by taking advantage of his weakness to suggestion and his weakness for ramming into stuff. While they were fighting him, Tauros nearly destroyed the building they were in, that put not only the heroes in danger, but also the police. They managed to get him, though, to run off with minimal damage. And they also managed to flee the scene without having to answer any difficult police questions. Especially difficult because Henry had two people there that did not know he was a superhero at the time. One, his father, one of the detectives in the police force, and his boyfriend Joey, who he had rescued. So, the boys made it out of there, and they escaped, taking Joey with them. And they managed to flee the scene and go to I believe it was an ice cream shop to kind of recoup yourselves.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you went there to kind of let the fire die down, because aside from just like trying to recover from the fight and avoid the police presentation, Jacob specifically had a vision previously about finding something strange that was related to his specific illness, disease, his virus rather, that was tucked away somehow at the scene of the attack. So the guys waited it out at the ice cream shop until the heat kind of died down a bit, and they went back over to the dance hall to root around and see what they could find. So in there, Jacob ended up finding a nearby trash bin that his vision had pointed him towards, and he found a strange chemical formula that ended with the Delta symbol, which was a clear tip-off to him that had something to do with Psi Delta. So Jacob quickly sent that off to his Dr. Collins friend to look into it, and has not yet gotten a response about it. After the guys left the scene of the attack, they came out and they saw Joey looking rather kind of distressed because he had a letter that was stuffed into his shoe somehow. And it turned out that it was actually a letter from the super vigilante known as Nightshade. He was congratulating the heroes on the job well done and offering them a chance to possibly be trained for the better. And he gave them a meeting date of the following Tuesday at a time that was pretty far after school hours. While they were kind of looking over this, Jacob wasn't too perturbed because everybody there knew that Jacob was actually the hero Swiftfoot, but Henry was trying to play it cool because nobody knew that he was officially Sauve. But that lasted for about all of the walk home, because by the time they got back to Henry's place to kind of spend the night and talk about all that had happened, Henry's little brother, I believe Michael, his brother Michael, came down and congratulated Henry on being so awesome on TV and fighting the big bad bull dude. And everybody there kind of figured out what that meant. So we rejoin the heroes now, alone with Henry's brother, Michael, at his house, with both parents gone, in issue number 4, No Such Thing as Secrets. On the cover of this issue, by the way, we have what appears to be, we have like Sauve standing there, looking dramatically down at his mask. And we see in the background Jacob and Joey looking with both surprise and admiration.
I don't know if admiration would be on Jacob's face, but...
it'd be on Joey's face.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Because Jacob is just kind of staring at Henry, just like wide-eyed, like, are you kidding me kind of thing? Like, What?
And Joey's also gonna be like, is that true? Henry, of course it's true, right?
Well, do I really look like someone who could be a hero?
Well, kind of to me.
Do I look like someone who could be a hero? Freaking rabbit. No one really pays much attention to me.
He looks over at Joey first. You're just making up for the fact that you thought you were staring at somebody else's butt.
I mean, I feel a lot better now if it's you.
And what if it's not my butt?
I mean, I'm not any worse off. Michael, by the way, is like kind of rocking back and forth on his feet, kind of looking between Henry and the guys, and just like trying to keep his mouth shut.
You all still don't believe me, do you?
It's not that I don't believe you, it's that I'm... And he just kind of looks away for a bit and just... He's kind of, like... He's been thrown for a loop, if you will.
What's up? What's the matter?
Just, I do what I do because I don't want to put people I know in danger. And now I find out that I've been fighting alongside you this whole time.
Two things here. Two things. And he does the big two that you see me doing here. Number one, that exact reason is why I didn't tell you. And number two, you never asked.
Oh, no. Because... Said your name was Sylvain. Okay.
Joey kind of raised his hand. I kind of asked after you saved me.
Yes. The difference between that and that is at the time we weren't in a spot where it was good to say anything.
Okay, that is true.
That's fair.
Not sure if you noticed, my dad was there.
Oh, that's right.
That's the real reason I don't tell a lot of people.
I mean, that does make sense.
Geez, your dad would kill you if he found out.
No, he would try, but... And then Henry goes incorporeal, and goes, bullets don't shoot ghosts.
So, what happened? Like, how... You're not actually a ghost then, right?
Poke.
It goes right through.
Ooh.
So, now just to mess, Joey does it again, and to mess with him, Henry goes solid, so his fingers stop.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
He'll go incorporeal again. I've been wanting to do that this entire time.
Jacob, you immediately see Jacob put his hand in his head and goes, you know, the things you guys could do with that I don't want to even think about.
You just get the slow turn, and then just the little sly smile.
Jacob looks up, it's like, what? I'm a rabbit. Come on.
Anyway, moving on.
Michael, meanwhile, though, is saying, so, Henry, does this mean that I'm not going to be getting any more lasagna?
I still work at the restaurant. I can still probably bring home lasagna. But no, now you don't have to hide the secret now, at least.
I do from Mom and Dad.
Well, yeah, yes. Like they said, if Dad finds out, he will do everything to kill me. He'll probably find a way to poison some ecto cooler or something.
That would freak.
Yeah, he would.
So,
he freaked out when he got to the thing, and we were just part of the wrecking ball.
that's true.
Can you imagine if he knew I was the one who directed traffic and got the?
And one of his closer friends is, in fact, also helping and apparently encouraging him to do so.
Yeah, that wouldn't go over.
Wouldn't go over very well, no. So, Henry, what happened? Like, how did you get your powers then?
I don't really know for sure. I can speculate. So, remember last year when we all went on vacation down to New Orleans?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dad and I and Michael were at a museum, and on display were a bunch of voodoo artifacts. Well, apparently there was this group of people, I think they called themselves the Crew, who were trying to steal them because apparently they are magical and powerful.
Yeah.
They did this while I was off at the bathroom. So as I'm walking back, no. It's relevant because if I hadn't been in the bathroom, this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
As I'm walking back is when they decide to do their thing, and something happens, and they cause this staff or rod or whatever. Something happened. It went kaboom. And when I woke up, I was half in the floor and half out of the floor.
Oh. And
yeah.
They just left you there? That's kind of rude, really.
I mean, there was a statue collapsed in front of me, so no one could really see. I mean, although I'm pretty sure the people on the floor below were a little freaked out.
I would think so.
The other thing about this is, I don't know why, but ever since this happened, and he pulls off his shirt to reveal the spandex, and then unzips the spandex, and it's just like, I'm jacked.
Yeah, you are.
And there's just like it's not like full six pack, but it's nice and it's toned and
right. Is it you can shape your body how you want to? Maybe.
No, definitely not. Because if I could shape my body, you think there wouldn't be an 8-pack here?
Fair.
Joey's actually kind of like feeling it like kind of lightly. It's like I always thought you just worked out really well.
I will say, breathable spandex is a lifesaver. What was that facepalm for, Jacob?
I can't wear spandex.
You were tight.
It's tight. It's not quite the same.
I mean, what are the tights made of?
Well, yours are probably made out of spandex.
What are yours made out of?
Well, it's this material they have to make because, if you put spandex over fur, it doesn't really work all that well.
I mean, yes.
I can't really make things skin tight without doing something no one would ever want to do to an animal.
Oh no, that'd be.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no.
See, exactly. So
yeah.
No.
Different material.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Didn't need to see that image.
Well,
no.
You're the one who asked.
No, I asked what material they were made out of. I didn't ask if you were wearing skin tight. I knew you weren't.
Fair.
One, because I've seen you in the outfit.
Yeah. Oh. So, when did this, how long have you been doing this, then?
How long have you heard rumors about mysterious happenings in the city where it seems like there were poltergeists around?
I mean, a while.
It has been a while.
There you go, then. I mean, I was doing it for a little bit before I ran into you, or you technically ran into me, but that's another story.
Joey's eyes kind of light up. Oh, wait! So, if you really are Sauve, and you're still Swiftfoot, that means that, like, that whole superhero letter thing, you can both talk about it now. You can make plans and... Oh, am I kind of like a sidekick now?
Well, first test for that is, do you even have a costume?
No, do not encourage him.
Oh.
No.
I mean...
No!
Okay. I mean, a lot of good heroes have a sidekick, you know?
Stop encouraging him, Jacob.
All right.
Because the last thing I need is color-coordinated spandex outfits.
Actually, I would think you would feel that'd be one of the first things you needed.
No. I didn't say outfit. I said outfits, plural.
Fair.
I mean, you wouldn't have to make a new one.
No. And you know what happens to sidekicks in most every story? They're always the ones getting captured. No.
But then you could save me all the time. You do that already.
Okay, I do that already without you being a sidekick.
Yeah, so I'm already halfway there.
And no for a second reason.
What's that?
Never date the people you work with.
Okay, that's much better.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Yeah.
You can be my sidekick, then.
I still work with you!
Fair. But you
Yeah.
work with me, not with the...
No, it's still the same
it's the
office.
same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm just trying to get you involved. It's okay.
I mean, if you need new outfits, I'm pretty sure we can help with that.
I guess it's more like, I don't know what to do now that I know. I feel like I should do something.
Well, the first thing you do is not tell anybody.
Right? I mean,
Bingo.
that's kind of obvious.
I mean, what were you doing when you didn't know?
I was mostly just kind of hoping you wouldn't get hurt. And then kind of getting excited when I saw Sauve and Swiftfoot going into battle.
And staring at a butt you didn't know belonged to your boyfriend. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean... Can you really blame him, though? It's a superhero butt.
See?
I can't blame him at all, trust me. Like, I know for a fact multiple people have stared at my backside in spandex. It's skin-tight purple spandex.
Yeah, it stands out.
The difference is, I don't come home and talk about people staring at my butt.
Right. Alright, it's gonna be a lot harder now knowing that, like, it's absolutely you being in danger. And not just some superhero, fantasy guy.
Oh, Henry, one thing, though. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I'm just going to tell you right now. Don't image search your superhero name online.
Why?
You just don't want to know.
Okay, first of all, if I'm just Google searching the name, it's going to take a while to get to what you're talking about because my name is the Haitian word for savior.
No, I know. Name, city, superhero. Just trust me on this one. Don't.
Michael kind of speaks up. Henry, what's he talking about?
I'm going to assume people are writing bad articles and drawing bad pictures.
Most of the pictures.
That explains your comment from earlier.
Yes.
I think I'm too young for this conversation. I'm gonna make popcorn.
Let's say, Michael, you want to go like pick a movie out or something?
Yay, movie! Changing conversation. Bye. So Michael runs off to find a movie that's fun to watch.
He looks at Jacob. Why are you Googling me?
Actually, I'm just assuming because I actually tried Googling me. And
Ooh, never Google yourself.
yeah. You should.
He looks over at
Joey.
I'm assuming you've also Googled me.
Yeah. I mean, I got this picture on my phone. I didn't take it myself.
That's such the wrong side for them to take a picture of me, though. And, God, that must have been when I first started, because I look fat in that picture. Or is that your aspect ratio?
It might be a little bit of both. But I'll rotate to a new one in a week, don't worry.
That's creepy.
No, it's a website. It's SoVaySoGood.com. It's, you know what? I gotta help Michael find that movie.
No, you stay right here. You're not going anywhere. If you want pictures, you can now ask. Because I'd rather you get the real pictures than a bootleg.
That's fair. Though honestly, this is gonna sound kind of weird. Now that I know it's you, like, there's less mystique about the pictures. So I can look at pictures of you anytime. So, like, I don't know, it makes it feel less special?
Look at it this way. Do you ever remember me actually giving people a picture?
Oh, no.
So, even though you can't tell people you got them that way, you'd be the only person who would actually have a picture that was willingly given.
Ooh.
It's got a point.
I'll have to remember that.
But, if y'all don't mind, as great as breathable spandex is, it's still spandex, so I'm going to go change out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably change out of our clothes for this, too.
Yeah. Not that you look there's just holes in the tux and everything. It's like, yeah, I don't think this is fixable.
Probably
There's rubble on it.
I'm gonna change back into my own clothes too. I think I left them here.
You did. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys go and get yourselves all dressed back down and cleaned up for the evening. And when you guys settle down to watch the movie together for the night that Michael picked out, don't know why my mind's here, but he definitely picked Shrek 2.
Okay.
I just want to point out that Henry comes out and he's in just a pair of generic pajama pants, but the T-shirt he's wearing is made even funnier now that you all know he is Sauvé. It is just a picture of like the Pac-Man screen with Pac-Man chasing after one of the ghosts that's blue.
Yeah, now it's just fitting.
Yes.
Really? Shrek 2? Again?
I like it!
I know, but is there not another movie in this house?
There's Shrek 3.
Gosh, no, that movie's awful!
So that's why we watch Shrek 2.
I mean, Shrek 2 has one good part.
No, there's multiple.
I'm sorry, the best part of Shrek 2 is using Pinocchio as a descent rope and then using his nose to cross the gap.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
It's a wooden doll in a thong.
Maybe awesome was the wrong word. But it was a very memorable part.
Yes. Yes.
You don't want to see that?
No, I do not want to see a wooden doll wearing a pink thong.
Fine.
I had a character. I apparently need to see these movies.
You've never seen Shrek 2?
I've never seen Shrek anything.
Oh, you definitely need to. And I'm not lying, by the way. That's an actual scene from the movie.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah. He goes, I have a crazy idea. This is an older movie. I saw it once. I know it's around here somewhere. Give me a second. Goes and rummages through and comes back. And this is how old this movie is. He brings it out on VHS.
Oh, wow.
Because they still have the combo VHS DVD player.
Oh, yeah, they would.
And he doesn't show anyone what the movie is, just puts it in the VHS player. And then goes, and we get the whole screen, and then it's the Page Master.
Wow.
Oh, I love that movie. Gosh, it's bringing back some memories. Ouch.
I know, right?
Like, I remember the commercials on the VHS for that movie. Like, the ones that were on the VHS tape, I remember the commercials. Ah.
Yep.
So yeah, clearly Michael is okay with this.
Yes, a lovely movie from '94 starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, those are two.
I mean, that's not Leonard Nimoy, too. I mean, you can only get so good.
I mean, and let's also talk about the other two voices in there, Patrick Stewart and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes! My gosh. We had weird movies back then.
That movie was so good.
It was good, but it was weird. Anywho, you guys are watching the movie and enjoying yourself. And Joy's probably seen this movie once or twice before. But you still can't help but ask, it's like, why are the books talking again?
Magic.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the movie goes off without a hitch. The narrator gets secretly happy because it takes place in a library. And
might have been part of the reason I picked it.
And as the movie nears its end, and Michael is clearly fallen asleep because he has passed out by this point, Henry, your parents come home. And it's pretty late. Your father's the first to walk in there, and he looks haggard as heck. But he also looks happy to see you kind of resting at home. So he has got this smile on his face as he kind of keeps his voice somewhat low, saying, "Oh, good to see you kids are home safe and sound."
So Jacob's probably laying on a sofa, just kind of almost half asleep as they come in. He looks up like, "Oh, thank you." Shoot, Henry, what's your last name again?
Lamonte.
Right.
Lamonte.
Thank you, Mr. Lamonte. Oh, I'm tired.
I'm not saying that there's cuddling going on the other couch, but there's totally cuddling going on the other couch.
On the other couch. So, your mom at least is probably the one who sees the cuddling and is like, keep a ruler between there, kids.
Just sort of looks up. And Henry's saying, just gives his mom the mom really look.
Yes, really. This is a sleepover, not a cuddle party.
Why can't it be both? Also, you know what we just... Give me a break. Hey, did you saw what we just had to deal with?
And your father's like, yeah, give the kids a break. They've been through a lot tonight. You saw the scene. She goes, yeah, fine. Just I don't want Jacob feeling left out.
Meanwhile, we look at Jacob's probably snoring.
He's like, oh, no. I was...
Anyway, you boys don't stay up too late. I know you don't have school tomorrow, but you had a lot of stuff going on tonight, and I just want to make sure you're sleeping well. Don't stay up too late.
We won't, Mom.
Good. Now I'm gonna go up, and Mom's gonna collapse into bed because she had a really rough media night. So your mom slumps off.
Worse than normal?
Vigilante, young superheroes, a raging bull that was not caught, a desecrated dance hall. Yes, worse than normal.
They didn't catch the bull?
No, he got away. We lost track of him.
That's bull.
That was a bad joke, kid.
He's half asleep.
He's 3/4 asleep. Let him be.
Fine. Anyway, you can just make sure to turn off everything when you're done. Good night.
Night, Miss.
Hey, Mom.
Your parents slump off to bed. Oh, before actually they go to bed, your mom actually calls down. And make sure to put Michael in bed, dear.
How old is Michael again?
10?
Okay.
10? I thought he was 8. Oh, dear.
Maybe he's 8. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I just have young. Anyway. He's young enough. So yeah, make sure Michael goes to bed.
Between the ages of 8 and 10, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, with that, then your parents go to sleep. As Michael is draped over a chair arm or something.
Probably should take care of that.
Joey actually snuggles close. Do we have to?
Well, I would ask Jacob to do it, but he's snoring.
All right. So Joey relents, and how do you take Michael up to bed? Do you wake him up? Do you? I don't know if he's light enough to be carried. Probably not, but you seem strong.
I'm a Janus. He's light enough to be carried.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, he is light enough to be carried. I'm a damn Janus.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That is one thing I always forgot playing as Alex. Is like, oh right, I'm supposed to actually be like stupid strong.
Super
right?
strong.
Yeah. Notice when you were playing as Alex, I didn't ask you, can you make a roll for doing things like that? I just let you do it.
Yeah, it's true.
So that means you lift Michael no problem and can take him up to bed.
Yep.
So Michael goes peacefully. No problems there. Is there anything else you guys want to do while you have the night?
Jacob, do you want to move to the actual sleeping couch?
Yeah, it's probably the sleeping couch. Oh.
Henry just walks over, plucks Jacob up by the fur you pick rabbits up by.
Oh, the scruff of their neck. Yeah.
Yeah, just picks him up one-handed and just drops him on the couch.
Ow. I'm not a cat, that hurt.
I wanted to see if it would work.
Ow.
Technically did.
Jacob rubs it back in his neck gently before he actually just passes out.
And so, if there's nothing else there, then
Yep.
Henry and
We should go to bed too, huh?
Yeah. Jordan, yes. Good night, Henry. I mean,
Yes. No.
Oh, parents.
Mhm.
They're upstairs.
I don't care.
Okay, fine. Good night, Henry. I'll make a name up for you later.
I mean, he looks and goes, "There's an obvious one if you haven't gone there already."
Boo Boy?
Just Boo.
Booberry?
Just Boo.
I can call you Booberries.
No, just Boo.
But it works.
No, it doesn't. I won't answer to that.
Not even once?
No.
But it's just us?
No.
All right. Good night, Boo.
I heard that mumble.
Darn.
You just hear Henry. Basically, Henry just rolls over and goes, "Note to self: less tight spandex."
And that's probably a good place to end that scene, with Henry writing that down. So the night passes peacefully, and the next day, honestly, unless you guys have anything majorly planned, I honestly think we can kind of glaze over the next couple of days.
I have a very important question with this.
Yes,
Is this being considered as time passing?
it's exactly considered time passing.
Okay.
So, time definitely does pass here, but major question. You guys have that letter from Nightshade about meeting on Tuesday night. Do you guys intend to follow through on that?
I believe the answer to that depends entirely on the results of my next roll.
Okay. So we actually pull up. Actually, don't have that tab.
All right, when time passes, roll to see how you're managing your obligations. On a hit, things are going pretty well. You have an opportunity or advantage thanks to one of your obligations. On a 7 to 9, you've lapsed on one obligation, your choice. On a miss, you haven't given your normal life anywhere near the attention it deserves. The GM chooses 2 obligations that are going to bite you in the butt. Because we haven't said the word butt enough tonight.
No, we have not. That does mean, though, you get to choose an obligation that you are lapsing on.
Well, considering I think this one's obvious. He had Friday night off, and considering everything that happened, he kind of called out over the weekend because bull attack.
Yeah.
So, the job.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only one that makes sense right now.
Makes sense, yeah. So, you basically called in for work, probably on one of the nights you had to work over the weekend.
Yeah, because Henry was like, "I'm still recovering from being attacked by a bull," and he's not lying. There's actual video of that happening.
All the same, you get the impression that Mr. Samedi is rather disappointed in that. He gives you one of those, "I thought you were my best. I can always rely on you, Henry." Yeah, but he gives you the night off because he's not going to force you. Good, last one of his cane. But there is a bit of a trick to it, though. He does let you have that night off to recover. But he says only if you work on Tuesday night, the Tuesday night shift. So, as time passes, and does anything else happen when time passes, by the way? I've actually never done it for a session here.
when time passes, any when time passes moves trigger,
Mhm.
and thematically speaking, the team pool reverts back to 1.
Oh, that's not too bad.
I just love how there's a stack of Mr. Saturns.
They're just sitting down there waiting. So the rest of the weekend passes smoothly enough, aside from that small hiccup for our friend Henry. And Jacob, it's not until like late on Monday when you actually get a return of information from Dr. Collins.
Oh, wow.
Before this, I have a very important question that needs to be asked.
Go for it.
How does Jacob's mother react when he gets home after having a sleepover?
I mean, she's just so darn proud of him. Like, as soon as you get home, Jacob, like from that night, like your mom is definitely like showering you with hugs and saying, "I'm so proud of you. You're making friends, my little boy."
Mom, I made lots of friends before.
But it's been so long. You weren't for a while. I didn't think you wanted any.
Yeah. It was nice.
Are you gonna do it again?
I mean, I'm not just going to invite myself over to his house all the time.
Well, no, that'd be rude. Oh, the dance! Did you meet anybody special at the dance?
Did you not see the news, Ma?
Well, Emerald Idol was on.
So, the police got called at one point. Dance got attacked by a bull. Some vigilantes came in and stopped it, but, Henry and I and Joey were, under police protection for most of the night. His father, though, so, it's fine.
Oh no, were you hurt?
No. No, as I said, the police were there. It's great.
Okay, did you get scared, honey?
No. It was shocking. I wouldn't say scared.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you weren't hurt, but you didn't answer my question. Did you happen to meet a nice girl while you were there?
No, I didn't get the chance. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, not even while you were in custody?
I wasn't in custody.
Oh, protective custody.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah?
I mean, I saw Penelope.
And?
Just seeing some other rabbit I don't know.
Oh, honey.
That's fine.
No, I know she gives you one of those tight hugs and rubs your head. It's like, I know it's hard. You'll find another one.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll be fine.
I know you will, honey. Just don't let that stop you from fishing out there, okay? There's lots of carrots in the patch.
Yes. There's lots of. I don't really like carrots all that much either. Jeez.
Well, as long as you like them enough.
Right.
It doesn't take much. Right, when I met your father, I thought, and she goes on for a tangent talking about like their first date.
Yeah.
You've heard a million times.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time she's done, she's
I'm
like,
probably already upstairs now.
exactly. So, yeah. She's used to you leaving her during conversations about that, so that's fine. But yeah, it's not until Monday night where you get a return response from Dr. Collins about the formula.
What kind of response? Like, I mean, is it text, voice, call? You call
It's
me?
a text.
Okay.
It's a text that's saying something like about saying, "Where did you find this? How did you get it?"
Text back. Trash can at the dance? It was just inside.
Says, "Do you know what this is?"
Looks like a formula. Other than that, not really. Had the Delta thing on it. Kind of made me made me think it was important.
He texts you back with simply the message, "We need to talk about this."
He text back, did you want to call me or do you want me to show up there?
So I think you need to get here.
Okay. Right now?
You just basically have school night? It's Monday. So.
It's Monday. I don't know what... You said Monday night. I don't know, like... When Monday night?
Well, like after school. So probably like around, I'd say, like 7-ish.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, like, right now? You want me to go? Come over, or... When?
Says, no, it's a school night. Keep with your studies. It can wait a day. Come here tomorrow after school.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I think I had something planned Tuesday, but I don't know if we're gonna do it or not. But yeah, I'll be there after school. It shouldn't take too long.
And by the way, the time that Nightshade gave you a note, since it took me a while to kind of actually like figure out time is actually going to be 8 p.m.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
plenty of time.
Plenty of time, especially for Mr. Speedy Gun Rabbit here. So you agree to meet with him then?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Great.
Like, Dr. Collins is like one of the few people he trusts immensely at the moment.
Indeed. So, he says, "Great, see you then." And you don't hear anything more from him for the rest of the evening. So, Tuesday comes. And you guys go through school with not really a hitch, not sure how hard you have time you might have concentrating, considering what you have going on. But as you guys are nearing the end of the day, and by the way, like, Henry, the classes that you and Joey have been having together, it's clearly very difficult for Joey to focus sometimes, because you can see he kind of has that like wiggle of excitement, where it's kind of like he's thinking about stuff, doodling little pictures.
I'm assuming they're me in different colored spandex.
Yes. And like doing different superhero poses. Woo. But otherwise, the day ends smoothly enough. And it is Tuesday after school. Henry, you have an obligation.
I do.
And Jacob, you have a meeting. So, first, I'm curious, Henry, how are you going to handle your obligation for tonight?
Gonna look over at Jacob and go, "Are you planning on going?"
Thinking about it, but I have to, I've got to meet up with Dr. Collins after school. Shouldn't take that long, though, so. I don't know, what about you? We gonna go? If you're not going, I'm not going. But, oh.
I can't. Gotta work.
Oh. Well. Would you have gone, though? Maybe I'll just go and let him know that something came up with him.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I would have probably gone just to see what the pitch was.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have agreed to anything, but...
Maybe I'll go check it out.
Joey kind of nudges you. Henry. I could go in your place.
No.
I could record it.
No.
Okay.
He looks over at Joey. Look. Just because of the conversation we had Saturday, Friday night, doesn't mean anything should change. It just shouldn't. The only thing that's going to change is I don't have to come up with BS excuses as to why I have to run off now.
Okay.
And then he looks, and by the way, I will never do any of those poses.
Oh.
I'm not sure that was even possible.
I saw it on a Dragon Ball Z cartoon. It's gotta be possible.
He looks, oh, yeah, it is. Hold on. And Henry like contorts his arm. I'm double jointed.
There you go.
Oh, well, that's cheating.
He's a man of many talents.
What Henry doesn't tell you is that double jointed is him just making that one arm, the bones in that one arm go ethereal.
Right, yeah.
Or using your powers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I honestly think Jacob kind of figures it's something like that. Nothing
And
knows
Joey
exactly
does
what,
too.
but yeah, he's just like, yep, whatever.
But because it's just the bones, no one can tell.
Right, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But
So
none of your
everyone-
That's what I mean. He figures it's something, but he doesn't know what. He's just like, okay. So, wait, does that mean like you can like unlock doors by just reaching through them?
Yes.
So you're basically like every single D&D player's like best friend then.
No. Because I don't play a rogue.
Fair.
Oh.
I mean, Jacob, look at me. What do you think I play in D&D?
A bard, clearly.
You
I was
damn
gonna say-
right I do.
Sorcerer. The bard works.
I don't need to play a sorcerer. You're damn right I'm the bard. I'm the bard.
Don't quit your day job.
Actually, it's more of a night job.
Yeah.
He's got a point.
And I'll go check out, what is it, Nightshade?
Yeah.
I'll go check out what he wants if I have the time. I don't know how long this thing with Dr. Collins is going to go, but he's got some information about that formula thing we found, so...
Alright. Well, when you do check it out, Joey says, just keep us posted, okay?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, he should be fine. He's a superhero.
Well,
But,
he's
I
a
mean-
vigilante, but...
Yeah, but so are you.
Yeah. Just saying that, you know, can't necessarily be trusted, but I think Nightshade's pretty good, so...
Oh yeah, he's always helping people.
Yeah, so... I'm interested to see what he's got, but... So I'm not really sure I want to be, like, under his tutelage or whatever. We'll see.
Well, I got run off anyway. So
So do
good
I.
luck, you guys.
So do I, as a matter of as Jacob's actually, like, actively stretching his legs at that moment.
He's literally got to run off.
I gotta actually run off right about now.
Alrighty, so Joey leaves you as we have Henry getting ready for work. So Jacob, you're making a journey over to Dr. Collins?
Yep, he's running for the half hour it takes him to get there.
Okay. No worries. Wanted to check something real quick. Wait, no, not that. There it is. Okay. Okay, so you've run all the way over to Dr. Collins to get inside your secret, cool underground base in the more or less wastelands outside of the city.
Yep.
Okay, so you get in there and you go into the entryway. And when you get in, Dr. Collins is clearly going through like a lot of paperwork that he has in his hands. So when you come in, Dr. Collins, he actually looks at you and he says, "Oh, good, you're here. Okay.
Yeah, I said it was going to be here.
Well, I wasn't sure. Kids are always changing their minds, and you have school stuff. Wanted to make sure."
Doc, this is like my life or death here, and I'm going to be here if it asks me to be here.
That's a good perspective to have on it. Speaking of which, please drink this. And he shoves kind of green colored milkshake over to you.
Why?
So don't ask questions. Drink it now. I'm gonna explain everything here in a minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just drinking it down.
Okay, so you slough that down, and it tastes incredibly bitter and salty.
Okay,
So,
what in the world did you put in this?
So, well, it's mostly kale, along with some
I
orange juice.
knew you said it was going to be freaking kale. I hate kale.
That's why I didn't tell you. Regardless, it's important. One, because of the virus.
Kale
And two,
virus?
Yes, do you know how many vitamins are in that?
And
two is because this formula that you have is giving us quite a few leads.
Really?
Well, something of that, yes. Listen, Jacob, there are a lot of things that we have to do here. And first and foremost, I want you to make sure that you're taking care of your body. And I am serious on that. What I'm discovering here is that we need to make sure that your body is fighting as hard as we are on the outside here. So I don't want you taking any chances.
Okay, what kind of chances you mean?
As in, put as much vitamins into your body as you can. Vitamins A, C, D, whatever else you got.
Okay, so get a multivitamin. Got it.
Good. And two, this formula that you have right here, he holds up one of the papers.
Mm-hmm.
We need to discuss exactly where and how you got this, because this is direct writing from... Did we name the corporation that made your virus?
No.
Okay. We'll just call it that's one called Gentech. Whatever. This is a direct formula from Gentech, as in where your virus was made.
Oh.
So that's why I need to know how and where you got this.
I said I found it inside of a garbage can at the dance.
Okay, garbage can. I think we talked about this, but my head's a little bit fuzzy. Why were you looking at a garbage can for it?
Oh, the day, I think it was the day before, might have been the day of, I had a vision of finding, actually, like, pulling myself out of the garbage can inside that dance hall and whatnot. So after everything happened with the bull and whatnot, we went back there and I dug through one of the cans and found it.
Okay, so you basically led yourself to this.
Yeah, it was a vision. It was one of the visions I've been having. It was weird. It was very specific, though. I don't even know why, like how anything would have known it was going to be there, but I guess it was very important.
Oh, that's what I want to ask you. If this vision is what triggered you finding this, then we need to figure out how to make more of those. So, anything you remember about before, like you had that vision, what you ate, who you talked to, like what your thoughts were before you went to bed, like anything at all that you can keep track of when you're having these visions, we need to find it, we need to catalog it, we need to repeat it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. Yeah, I just woke up. It was, as I was waking up, kind of felt like a dream at first, but I remember digging into it deeper, and I remember feeling a little weird after I did it, though. Oh, and then this happened, and he points up to his ears. And then this happened, this coloring in my ears kind of changed a bit.
He looks up as he kind of adjusts his spectacles. Yes, that has been happening. But it's progressing further. Not much we can do about that at the moment. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to progress further still before we're done.
I kind of assumed it was going to get worse before it got better.
Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't really assuming it was going to get better, but... So, wait, with this formula, can't you just, make an antivirus? Is that a thing?
No, because unfortunately, this formula... You see here, this symbol, he points out the delta symbol?
Yes.
The virus that you were imbued with is called Psi Delta.
Right.
PSY Delta.
Yes.
This is only the Delta portion
Oh.
of the virus.
Oh, so that's only like half the formula.
If that.
Oh.
But it is a greater start than we've had before. With this, we can start sequencing parts of this. We can start figuring out maybe what's making up some bits of this.
Oh, good.
I can't form an antidote with this. I'm sorry about that.
No. It's a good play. At least we got something.
Exactly. What I can do, though, is I can start looking at this formula, and I can start looking at your blood, and we can start seeing a bit where some things are matching up at. We can see maybe if part of this are breaking down, what we can do to edit it. We can work with this, but I'm going to need more.
Yeah, sure. What do you need from me? Anything. You know, I trust you completely, so whatever you need.
Well, one of the things we're going to need is we're going to need you to do another one of those visions if you can somehow.
It just kind of came to me. I don't know, but
That's what I mean. That's what we need to figure
but
out.
hold on though. When we were fighting, I don't know if you heard. We were at the wrecking ball, and this bull came in and just kind of wrecked the place, and Sove and I fought it.
Oh, I thought that sounded like you two.
Yeah. So in the middle of that, I had a vision.
In the middle of it?
Yeah, I saw the bull running into a specific pillar and like wrecking the entire building. So I saw that happen before it did, so I was able to stop it.
I see. Well, we knew your powers were related a little bit to the mental,
Yeah.
but this almost makes it sound like you can tap somehow into being able to foresee future events.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what made me think I could do it. I remember standing there thinking about, the visions I had before, whatnot, and just kind of reached inside to try to get that out, and then that happened.
Well, unfortunately, the
I didn't really
virus.
think about it.
Well, the virus is affecting your mind, whether we like it or not. So
Right.
it's possible it may be trying to get you to do certain things that you may not be thinking about doing on purpose.
Well, then I guess the question is, do we really want to push it further, or do we
Well,
not have a
considering that by
choice?
doing that, we got a bigger lead than we ever had before,
That's a fair enough point.
it may be worth it. I hate putting you in danger, but with a jump this big, Jacob.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah. No.
The other reason, though, that I wanted to have you here specifically is I wanted to make sure that nobody was tapping into our conversation.
Oh?
Well, for one, the fact that you found a formula that looks exactly like something that came out of Gentech, that could tip off some ears.
True.
Because you have to start asking backwards questions. You don't only ask, how did you find this? You ask, why was it there?
Actually, that's what I was going to ask you, is why would that even be in the Wrecking Bull's trash can?
Well, if I do a quick hypothesis, there are only about three outcomes that could be, there are only about three things that could lead to that happening. The first is that somebody put it there for you to find on purpose.
How would you... I kind of thought about that, but look, that doesn't even make sense, though, because it was one trash can out of, a whole bunch of them. Why would you expect somebody to go into a trash can and look for something like that?
Exactly. But that's why we have to go through all the possibilities. The next reason that it could happen, though, is that somebody there just happened to have the formula on them and happened to throw it away.
Which, if it's a formula of something like that, you would think you wouldn't do something like just throw it into a public trash can.
Exactly. But besides that, if somebody does just randomly throw the formula into there, we have to ask who this person is and why they have that kind of a formula. So, Possibility 2 is that some random person who did it carelessly. Possibility number 3, that was a school dance, right?
Yes.
It's possible one of the students in your school may somehow be connected to this.
Oh boy.
Because that formula ended up in a trash can, and I'm guessing you didn't put it in there.
No, otherwise I would just have given it to you in the first place.
So that means the only possibilities are somebody outside the school put it in there, or somebody inside the school put it in there. And it was either on purpose or it was by accident.
Well, so Jacob reaches into his pocket and pulls out the crumbled up paper that this thing was on. He's like, well, I wonder if we can answer this right now.
Oh?
Oh,
What do you have in mind?
maybe I'll try to have one of those visions while I'm holding this paper.
You think you can make it be a focus like that?
Doc, I don't know. I'm just kind of making this up on the fly.
Well, it's about par for the course, and
Yeah.
nothing happened in science without some experimentation.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
He puts a hand on you. Just be careful, Jacob. Don't push yourself too hard.
No, don't worry about it. Or worry about it. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just go.
Alrighty, so what are you doing, Jacob?
I'm going to attempt to use dark visions if that's a possibility at the moment. I don't know, though, it says that the situation at hand, so I don't know if that counts or not, but I'll let you tell me that.
Well, dark visions would be a vision of the situation at hand. Okay, so you have the vision first, and then you get to ask a question afterwards, right?
Yeah, of course I have to mark a doom track for doing that, but
Right. So let me just think for a minute. Okay. Yeah. You definitely can do that.
Alright. So what Jacob's gonna do is he's gonna, sit down on one of those, examination table things, not those padded tables that you always sit on. And he's gonna sit down on that, and he's gonna hold the paper in his hand. And he's gonna just kind of close his eyes and try to coax a vision out of him somehow. He's gonna try to remember how it felt like when he was getting into school, kind of a thing.
Okay. So you're having a vision about the situation at hand. Jacob, when you try to focus in and make yourself see this vision on purpose, it's a bit of a struggle at first because you're trying to manually induce it compared to it just happening. But your vision comes to you, and you're again sitting in this room, staring at where it appears to be a large red apple. This time on a pedestal that has a pillow on top of it, looking very decorative. And as you move towards this apple and gaze into it, you see what appears to be a large red flowing river. And this river has turbulent, heavy waves that keep rolling one after the other. And out of this river comes a large hand. And this large hand makes a fist. And the fist crashes down against the river. But the waters of the river don't give. And when that doesn't happen, the fist opens its hand. And inside of that hand are the letters PSY and the delta symbol. And they are tumbling off of the hand into the waters. And before they can reach the waters, a shadow swallows them up.
Okay.
Yes. So, that was a vision. But you get to ask a question about the situation at hand and about what you saw. So,
Oh. What did the shadow signify?
Ooh. Okay, is that your question?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to answer this truthfully. The shadow signifies Nightshade.
So, Jacob's eyes kind of pop open as he realizes this. And he shakes his head and he looks kind of dizzy. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ah, are you okay?
No, but that worked.
It did. What did you see? What did you see?
He explains the vision that we just saw, and gives him the information about, well, then this hand had the words of the letters Psi Delta in it, and it was dumping it into this river, and then a black shade, which I'm pretty sure is Nightshade, like the Nightshade, like swallowed it up.
Nightshade?
Yeah.
Why would he want anything with it?
Well, I don't. Here's the thing, though. I don't know, because that could have signified a lot of things, including that, like, say, the corporation was trying to spread Psi Delta by dumping into the water source, and he's going to stop it, or already did.
Maybe.
And the water just could signify the public. Or
It could.
or it could be that we're trying to get rid of it, and he took it. I don't know. Either way.
I don't know. I like where it's going, yeah. Like
Well-
the big hand could be the big hand of the government.
Well, either way, he actually wants to meet with us, but it's going to be me at 8 o'clock tonight.
Us being you and your friend.
Sylvie, but he's at work.
But this sounds like it'd be extremely important to you.
Yes, that's why I'm thinking about going.
Well, yes, but I'm surprised you don't want to get your friend out of there.
I mean, he's at work. What am I supposed to do?
That's a fair question. I just a little surprised. Because when it came to like meeting with me and talking about this, for you, as you said, it's life or death.
I didn't.
Hell or high water.
I didn't have a job to go to.
Well, yes, but
It's my life anyway. It's not his.
yeah. True. It's true. Not gonna stop you. I just was curious, honestly.
Well, probably gonna call on the way there.
Well, whatever you do, be careful. Because it's possible that you using your vision means that you know something that this Nightshade fellow doesn't know you know.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's probably something I should just start with.
Just tread lightly would be my advice.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not great swimming.
Well, we've proven that. By the way, I need another blood sample, so hold still.
Oh, okay. He's so used to being poked by needles at this point.
So while that's going on, and you're getting yourself tested there, did you roll anything for, by the way? No, okay, good.
You don't have, yeah, it's just...
Yeah, it just happens.
Well, yeah, it's Marky Doom track, so...
Okay, so we're going to switch back over to our friend Henry.
Hi!
Hi! Okay, you're working over at Semetes.
I am.
So, since you are not doing your meeting here, we are going to use your working a busy shift at Semetes custom move here. See, I can show this to you. There you go. Okay, so go and
I
roll
don't see it.
thing. Oh, you don't? I thought it said show to players. It said show to players. Did it come up?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
Now?
Mm-mm.
Son of a gun. Is that really not good? Oh, well, whatever. Roll your
Hey,
Monday.
roll my name, you said.
Yes. We'll figure out what's going on with it later. Okay, full hit. So, on hit, you have successful night. On a 10 plus, choose 2. You impress yourself, which is clear a condition, or mark potential as you describe your awesome night. Somebody you know from your daily life is there. Note, not Marco Samedi. Explain who is there and how you impress them and take +1 forward against them. In other words, you impress your boss, take +1 forward against Marco Samedi, and don't get used to it. Or you pick up the word around town as you listen to customers gab. You may ask the GM one question about current events or people living in the city.
Okay, well, we're going to choose the bookends. I'm going to impress myself, mark potential, and we're going to hear the latest rumors.
Alrighty. So, the gab you hear from the city, obviously, is people talking about what happened with Taro storming the Wrecking Ball. People are pretty excited about that. And they're just talking back and forth. But one of the things you hear that is really kind of interesting to you is that you have one of the guys that's at the shadier tables that you're kind of serving. He actually says, I heard that Taros guy, he actually wasn't even one of the real Lords of Hell. He actually was just one of them who was trying to get in. So, you pick up the rumor there that Taros may not have actually been one of the actual Lords of Hell, rather somebody trying to ingratiate himself with them.
And I get a question about the people living in the city, right?
Yeah, you gotta ask one question.
Okay. Now, this is just me being a self-indulgent twit here.
That's fine. Everybody loves Sobe.
Well, that's the question I want to ask is, what is the overall public opinion about Swiftfoot and Sobe?
The public opinion actually is actually probably less than impressed. For one, they were excited about all the commotion that went on, but it became very public knowledge that the bad guy got away, that the police got involved, and that the place was wrecked. So, to a lot of the public, it looks like you guys didn't do anything.
I expected that answer.
Yeah.
But I wanted to confirm it.
So while you're working there during the evening, do I do this now? Yeah, I do. Okay. While you're working there for the evening, you actually have somebody who comes in and makes an impressive racket as you are nearing, as you're in the quieter parts of your shift. He comes in, and this guy is dressed to the nines. He has a really nice suit. These crocodile kind of shoes, and he has slicked hair, looking pretty sweet as he comes in. And he comes in, he's like, "Yeah, where's the party at?" He says, "This is Samedi's, right?" And before you can actually do anything much about it, Marco comes out from the back room, and he sees the guy, and he goes, "Arthur!" And the other guy goes, "Marco!" And they run to each other, give each other a big hug.
That big, Italian bro hug?
Yes. And so Mr. Samedi turns to you, and he says, "Oh, Henry, this is my brother, Arthur Samedi, obviously. He's one of the best in the business."
What's the business?
Arthur kind of gives Marco a look. He's like, it was just Samedi just kind of pats him on the shoulder and says, the business, it is good. But make sure he gets a nice table and a full complement of breadsticks. The good ones.
Right this way?
And so Arthur kind of thanks you. And he actually gives his brother a little bit of a weird look. But he'll let you take him over to a nice table, I'm assuming.
I mean,
yeah.
For as nice as a table as there can be in a
Crowded little Italian restaurant.
Crowded little Italian restaurant.
So you seat him, you serve him, etc. He gets just like his water and his breadsticks. And as he gets himself set down and settled, Marco comes over and he actually pats you on the shoulder. He says, "Hey, you will watch your things out there and make sure the customers are happy. Me and my brother, we're gonna talk for a little while. So give us some space." And so he shuffles you off to have a nice secret conversation with his brother.
So, this is going to be really weird, but...
We're already weird.
Oh, yes. Henry was already suspicious of things. So, the table that Henry chose, he chose for a very particular reason. This is the table that Joey normally sits in. So Henry's around this table a lot. Which means he's had plenty of time to mess with things around this table.
Ooh.
Henry also knows that Henry cannot get this job done. So I'm going to affirm my masks label and switch my freak with my mundane.
Nice. I should have forced you to roll your mundane roll after you did this.
And then I'm going to trigger my dangerous web.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So describe dangerous web to us, please.
Alrighty, I will read the move for you. When you reveal a trap you've left for someone using your powers, roll plus your mask's label. On a hit, your opponent trips into it and you get an opening or opportunity against them. On a 10+, take +1 to pursuing it. On a miss, the trap inadvertently leads to a dangerous escalation.
Interesting. Okay, so roll that mask label. Ooh.
I am going to spend team selfishly.
How?
So, it's very simple here. I'm on my own. And I'm on my own because this should have been the night where I was going to this meeting with Jacob to talk to Nightshade. But because I decided that it was more important to call into work, now I'm being selfish, abandoning him, going to that, and I'm here at work doing something that is incredibly stupid because I decided I wanted to call in sick.
Ooh.
Right.
It's the Genesis eternal struggle. I like it.
And I'm going to shift my freak up and my superior down.
Nice. Okay, so that means on a hit, your opponent trips into it. Okay, so
Basically, the trap is...
What are you doing anyway? Like, what is the trap?
Oh, the trap is basically... Because it's where Joey tends to sit a lot, he tends to leave his stuff there. So Henry's backpack is underneath the table. And when he went and sat the brother down, he ghosted into his backpack and turned on the cell phone recorder.
Nice. Good move.
So the trap is just he knows the conversation.
Good enough trap. And they're not aware of it. So you record this, but I'll at least say it as if it's happening in real time, because, you know. So you get this recording of these two guys talking. But upon listening to the recording, you'll probably be a little bit surprised because you're not quite sure you can hear Marco Samedi's voice. You hear this Arthur guy's voice, but the other guy's voice who's talking doesn't sound quite like your boss as you know him. Basically, you realize that Marco has been faking his Italian accent.
Oh my gosh.
So these two guys talk back and forth, and they seem to talk about mundane things like, "Hey, how's mom?" Like, she's doing good." It's like, "How's the business?" "Business is good. Making lots of money, of course. Selling lots of cars." Of course. That's what he is.
So he looks the part.
He looks the part. But then Marco actually asks a very pertinent question. He's like, and then, how's the other business? It's like, the one with the cape. And Arthur responds to him saying, "Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. You see, it's going well, but he's not as agreeable as he should be. So we're thinking about throwing one of them ritzy dinners for him. And, make him see how important he is. Sweeten the pot a little bit. And think gonna have your place. Do the, what's it called?
Catering.
Catering, thank you. My brain was not working. Do the catering. So, what do you think?" And you hear, like, a clasp that's clearly like somebody smacking somebody's shoulder, like, nice and proud. Saying, "Brother, if it's still gonna make us look like wealthy men at the end, I think we can do it. I got a good boy here. He could definitely cater to the right tastes. Heck, I've even seen him hanging out with a rabbit. So, I think he might do better than you think."
So we're going to comic panel cut to Henry and obviously Joey listening to this conversation. And Henry just looking up and goes,
Huh.
Did I just get sold?
I think you did.
And I'm not sure, how I just got sold. Is that just because I'm actually good at my job, or is this like a human trafficking ring? What is this?
Well, he clearly likes the job you do. I mean, I don't think that my boy thing is a euphemism, is it?
He's called me that for a while, but just the way he phrased that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only. I hope Jacob had better luck at his meeting than I had at work tonight.
Yeah.
That's a segue.
That's a segue. Title hits. So, Jacob, are you going to this meeting, clandestine one with Mr. Nightshade?
Well, yeah, he's going, but he's going as Swiftfoot. Swiftfoot, yeah.
Okay. So, we cut panels, and we we switch over to a scene of Jacob looking down over a dark alleyway. One that's shrouded in shadow, where clearly there's been a broken street light for some time that nobody's bothered to fix. But the moon is strong tonight, and showing very long shadows and also very large splotches of clear light. So the visibility is not that bad, but it definitely is a little bit spooky. But this is exactly the address that you got. Was this corner of this area was where Nightshade was supposed to be meeting you. How do you wait for him?
Probably in one of those places that's covered in shadows, so that the public doesn't necessarily can't see him just by walking by, but also in a place that's not completely hidden, so that somebody like Nightshade would be able to find him pretty quickly.
Gotcha. Well, lucky for you on two fronts. One, it's not a very heavily trafficked area. It's actually pretty empty in terms of pedestrians. So you feel pretty safe about not being seen. On the second part, there is plenty of shade for you to hide in, so you can definitely do that. Do you hide on the ground, in the alleyway, on top of a roof,
In the alleyway is fine. If that's where the meeting's supposed to be, then he would be in the alleyway.
Okay. So, you're hiding in the alleyway, and you're waiting for the proper time, and as if he's set an alarm, when that 8 o'clock hits, you hear a voice above you. So you came.
Of course they did.
Good. Means you've got guts. And looking around to see the voice, you can actually see a guy perched above you, somehow on a windowsill, and shrouded completely in darkness. You actually can't even see his body, but you can see his eyes that are glowing a strong white.
It's a neat little trick.
It's not a trick. It's training.
I meant the glowing eye. Never mind. My friend would be here. Unfortunately, he had real life things to deal with.
I see. But are you giving up anything to be here tonight?
Not really. I'm just talking with a friend of mine about some things, but no, we were done. So yeah, just my time at this point, but I was just gonna waste it playing video games online anyway.
Video games. I saw you doing heroic work yesterday. On Friday. It was good stuff.
Thanks. I tried. But the guy got away, apparently, and really most of the building was destroyed, so honestly,
It was.
I'm not really sure if we really helped much.
The building was destroyed, but the city was saved.
I mean, I don't know if the city was in danger in the first place, just for that building.
I mean the members of the city.
Oh.
Yes, all the people.
People, yes, citizens.
They're the
Got it.
city.
Yes.
The
Fair.
city is more than just buildings.
Yes.
But no, what you did was really good hero work. But it was sloppy. Untrained. I want to offer something to you.
Mm-hmm. And Jake or Swiftfoot has that tone of like, oh yeah, okay, what do you want to offer me? Like in that kind of thing.
Right.
Like he's willing to sit there and listen, but he's also like very jaded about saying like, oh great,
What's your name, kid?
Swiftfoot.
Swiftfoot. Sounds like a Care Bear. Listen. Your abilities are strong. And your character is stronger. I've seen what you can do. And I want you to know that you are above what you think you are. You're a hero, but you can be more.
How do you be more than a hero?
Well,
your hero's kind of where you want to be.
First thing is he's actually shifting your labels.
Oh.
And what he's doing is he's shifting your savior up and your mundane down.
Okay, so I'm rejecting that. Wait, no, it's 3. Never mind. I thought I was at tapped out on Savior. So Savior up, mundane down. You say?
Indeed.
Gosh, I think he's still gonna reject that, just because of the situation.
No, that makes sense. Nice. Okay, so when you roll to reject, you get to choose one option. And what is that gonna be? Trying to see the influence thing here.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. There's a few ways I could go with this.
There are.
I'm gonna cancel his influence and take +1 forward against him.
Interesting. I'll make a note of that. Okay, Nightshade, no influence on Jacob. Okay. So you have +1 forward against Nightshade now.
Yep.
So he goes on with his spiel. But he says, you could be more, and I can make you into more. I've seen heroes come and go, and I'm one of the best of the best. If you train with me, and if you let me show you the way, I can make you into a fantastic hero to keep this city safe. But if I don't, and you keep going on untrained, you may cause more harm than you think you will.
Maybe. Maybe I won't be around too long to see it anyway. Who knows?
What do you mean by that?
Well, things happen. You know. I've got my own mysteries I'm dealing with.
I see. Well, it's not for me to pry into your mundane identity.
Actually, has more to do with this identity than my mundane one.
Go on.
It's not much to tell, really, but I wasn't born with these powers.
You gained them.
Well, I'm not sure gained is the word I would use, but yes.
He narrows his eyes. So they were forced upon you then.
Yeah, you could say that.
Do you want revenge?
No, I just want to live.
Well, I can help. Wait, what? You want to... Well, yes, of course you want to live.
No, as in, like, these powers are killing me.
I see. How much longer do you have?
Don't know. Probably a while, though. Doesn't feel like anything big right now.
Well, with the time that you have left, do you want to make the most of it then? With me?
I want to find a cure. I'm not just giving up.
Good. That means you have resolve. I can help you to find that cure.
Something tells me you can, but for the time being, it's not a decision I just want to make, just off the cuff, if you will. Besides, my friend is not here, and he would also want to be a part of this decision.
He holds up a hand, and he says, just because I offer to train and help both of you, does not mean that ultimately I have to help both of you. I can help you if you'll take it.
I mean, your letter was addressed to both of us, I think.
It was. And I'm still very curious about both of you.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that both of you are maybe cut out to be heroes.
I think he's probably much more cut out for it than I am anyway.
Well, that's what we can determine. And what we can fix.
As I said, I think you should meet him first before you make that decision.
Well, how about this? I'll work with you tonight. No strings attached. No deals to be made.
What do you mean work with me tonight?
Even though it's midnight, like out in terms of lighting.
I thought it was actually 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock. It's suddenly midnight now. Even though it's like so dark out though because of the lighting, you can see what almost seems like a shadowy grin appear on his face. And he says, "Crime never sleeps."
And pierce the mask on him.
Alrighty. Pierce that mask. You get +1 for it against him if you want to use it.
I don't think it's a I want to. I think it's the next roll you get. You have to.
Yeah, it's a you have to.
Oh, you have to. Okay, go for it. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, 9. There's no team left to spend selfishly, so
I spent it first.
yes, you did. So I will.
Alrighty. You will.
If I get one question from that.
Yeah, one question. Either piercing the mask, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was what are you really planning?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do?
What are you really planning?
I'm glad you asked, because I wrote that down. Okay. What he's really planning is he wants to protect the city above all else. You can get that from the way he's talking. And you actually can pick something up in his voice where you get the impression this guy ultimately wants to create a heroic legacy.
So, Swiftfoot kind of gives a bit of a sigh out, like loudly, and just kind of gives us, look, I still think you should also meet Sylvain and together, because the two of us together are great, but I am willing to see what you have in mind for tonight, but I want to warn you that I don't really want to be something that you just levitate yourself off of to propel yourself up to, the paragon of the city.
Okay. His eyes widen at that. You can see them because they're nice and bright white now. And they kind of narrow. As he just kind of like grunts and says, "Deal." So, shall we get started?
I said, what do you have in mind?
Okay. He says, there's going to be a bank robbery that's going to be happening within the next 20 minutes.
How do you know that?
Bank robbery happening within the next 15 minutes. And the reason I know that is because, again, crime never sleeps. And crime is extremely predictable.
I mean, a bank robber is not normally that predictable. How?
It's called tapping into communications.
Oh, okay. Well, you could have just said that.
It sounds cooler. Never mind. Bottom line is, we're going to be doing some heroics tonight. And I'm going to see how you do.
Okay.
Okay. But follow my lead first. We're going this way.
Is the bank section that way?
As we take the fast route.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he guides you up to follow him to scale up to the roof. And so starts the evening training with Nightshade, which I'm going to have you roll for.
Oh, okay.
Because I really hope this one shows up, because I spent the time to, do it. Not visible players. Show to everyone.
There you go.
Did it work?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, when you train with Nightshade, roll superior.
Oh, God.
How bad is it? How good is it?
Well, it's a -2.
Okay, cool. I chose correctly.
Oh,
Again,
hey!
Oh, you got an 8. I mean, yay, you got an 8. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you get to choose one. You either learn more about yourself and learn how to overcome some of your weaknesses, which is clear condition or mark potential. During the training, you do something incredible to impress the city. What is it, and how does it change the city's perception of you? Move one label up and the other label down to reflect this. You impress even the cold heart of the imperceptible Nightshade. You can take 1 + 4 against him in the future. And during your training, you managed to tap into his extensive knowledge of the city and its heroes and villains. You can ask one question about the city or its hero-centered elements. And that's it. The other one's a miss.
I am gonna mark potential.
Okay. So, Nightshade leads you off to the second national bank over in Emerald City because the first one got robbed.
Right.
Isn't that how we started this adventure?
Yes.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Moving on to the next bank. You lead you up to the bank.
There's like 6 of them, and they always get robbed sequentially.
It rotates. And there is indeed a bank robbery that goes down. It's not as bad as that first one you encountered, but there are definitely some guys there doing the whole classic stick-up, like going in there with guns and masks and bags. And thanks to Nightshade's like foreknowledge of this incident getting ready to come, as soon as these guys like pull out their weapons and they make the bank go into a panic, and the money starts filling into their bags, he nudges you, saying, "You're on. What do you do to take down these villains?"
Okay, so they're inside, like, gathering up all the money and whatnot?
Correct.
Okay, so... question, is this an action, or am I just explaining what happened?
Explain what's happening. Yeah.
Okay.
So you gotta break it down for us.
Alright, so... First thing, he's going to run in at the fast speed that he's got. And, anyone who is, like, threatening or holding up civilians is his first initial target. To either knock them unconscious or at least disarm them in some way.
Nice.
And then using the black of his outfit in shadows and whatnot, because assuming someone would have turned off the lights by then. I mean, you normally rob places in the cover of darkness.
Oh, not when there's people in there. But...
Yeah, that's true. Of course, it's like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm not sure
it is true.
How many banks are actually open at that time? But whatever.
Not many.
No, but this one could be.
Yeah,
it's a second national bank. It is. They live by their own rules.
It's for the second shifters.
Right. But, so, anyway, no, he's moving, he's, true to his name, he's moving swift on his feet, like, just jumping from bad guy to bad guy. Because he's also a rabbit, so he's jumping from bad guy to bad guy.
Okay, just kind of like Mario-ing over their heads.
Well, not just that per se, but, he's, as I said, he's taking out civilian threats first, and then, like, going after the ones taking the actual money.
Okay, nice. So, you take out the ones that are threats to civilians first, then go after the guys who are actually doing the robbing. So, you disarm these guys without any trouble at all. These guys are definitely mooks in terms of, like, capabilities. So, they're not really a danger to you when you take them down. And you manage to do so swiftly to your nature and cleanly, which is why, like, you realize your potential, etc. So, as you're cleaning up with these guys, and you finish the last of the guys that's in the vault and trying to get the money, you come out, and you see there is one robber who managed to get back to his feet, and he actually has a pistol that is like pressed up against a security guard as he's holding him in his arms, saying, "Hey, stop! I'll do it, man! Like, you gotta get out of here, or I'll do it." So what do?
You'll do what? You're going to shoot a security guard on camera with your face showing? Do you think that's a good idea? He's trying to provoke him to, like, let the guy go.
He has a ski mask up. But...
Oh, okay.
That's
what he says it anyway, though.
Sorry.
No, but he still says it because he's like,
hey,
you think that ski mask is going to help you at all? Because, face recognition technology and stuff.
So what are you trying to provoke him to do?
Trying to provoke him to basically just feel like, it's not worth it. Just drop the gun and run. Just let the guard go and run. Which,
Okay.
this is again superior, which is, I don't know why I decided to do this, but that's
This
just
is
what I
what
did.
feels right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably feel horribly.
Okay, go for it.
Hey!
Not bad. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, they can instead choose one. Let's see here.
Yeah, they can instead choose one. They don't have to. They can.
They don't. That's correct. Okay, so your words are enough to shake the guy, and he definitely freaks out a bit, and he kind of seems like he's sort of like faltering between going to shoot the guard or going to maybe shoot you or drop the gun. Like he's taking his gun away from the guard right now. So this is a critical opportunity for you because the gun is no longer pointed at the guard.
So with that, he would just rush in and just try to punch the guy right in the face.
Nice. Okay, you do so and knock him out very cleanly. But as you do that, you can hear the blaring of the alarm of the building that's been going off. And you kind of hear it fading into your ears a bit as you recognize the blaring of the police siren.
So, after he's done that, he looks at the security guard and looks at it, he's like, "Are you all right, sir?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks a lot, Swift.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, you know me. Huh.
Yeah, you've been on the news.
Oh wow. That's weird. That's not actually never happened before. Anyway, can you handle him from here? I'm good. The police are actually coming, so I'm going to make my exit now.
Oh, yeah, we got it, huh? Jeez.
Handcuffs. Remember, he's just unconscious. Get handcuffs.
We're security guards, man. We don't got handcuffs. What?
He pulls out like one of those like zip tie things. Like, here.
Right. Don't worry, we got stuff we can use. But yeah, we'll do something. But no, just thanks for saving our lives, man.
No problem. Be safe. And you might want to tell the Third National Bank that they're coming, because you know how this goes.
They got their guys ready. It's
right,
fine.
yeah. So, with that, Swiftfoot would try to find a way to, like, jump, like, basically one of those ways to get out of the building without, like, going through the doors, so, like, jumping out a window or something.
Yeah, you find a convenient skylight to escape out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you make your way out of there, and I'm guessing you leave from the bank.
Oh, yeah.
Or do you stick around to watch? Okay. So, had you left the bank and, like, things have calmed down a bit, you hear Nightshade from behind you, because of course he's behind you. And he says, "Good job. I knew you could do it.
Thanks.
And you protected that citizen, too.
Oh, you saw that.
I saw everything."
He knew me. That was weird.
That's what happens when you do good for the people in the city. They know you, they love you, they depend on you.
But then the police don't.
No, they don't.
There are other corporations, too.
Yeah. And you can't trust them.
No.
I'm going to give you one piece of advice
What's that?
that I want you to hold on to. The people in this city are wonderful. Care for them, protect them, love them. But the city itself, the bones that make it up, they are the ones slowly killing this city. Don't trust them if you can help it.
Question for you real quick. Before we part ways.
Yes.
What do you know about Gentek?
His eyes narrow. What do you know about Gentek?
Not much, but something's pointing me towards them, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's a feeling. You might call it a feeling or a hunch or something, but I feel like something's up with them, but I don't know what. I don't have any evidence. Just, it's a feeling.
I see. Well, I can only tell you a little. First piece of advice is stay away, of course. Second is that Gentek, they own part of this city. An important part.
Is it the police?
Luckily, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's more complicated than that.
Okay. How is it more complicated than bribing the police?
It's more complicated because they're not the only game in town.
They make games?
Yeah, it's not bad. So.
Oh, sweet, cool.
Yeah, Gen Brothers too. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
But no, they grease proper palms, and they control certain aspects. But money comes in from multiple avenues.
Of course.
Of course. I wouldn't dig too deep into Gentek if I were you.
You know, I mean to have a choice.
Well, just know that if you get too far into that rabbit hole, you might find yourself on the wrong end of some very powerful people.
And if I don't go down that rabbit hole, I might be dead.
Might be dead either way.
And then I'd rather go down fighting than just waiting for it. You know, that actually, Swiftfoot actually just starts to walk off as he gives a bit of a wave. Like, thanks for the opportunity tonight. It was good.
One more thing.
Uh,
When can you and your friend actually come back?
I don't actually know his work schedule, but I don't tend to do a whole lot at night at the moment. How do I reach you? You have like a signal? I'm assuming you don't have a cell phone, or at least
yeah. I'm not gonna share a cell phone number with you, kid. No offense.
I don't.
But easy way to contact me. I'm gonna give you an address here.
Okay.
To this address, there's a flower garden.
Oh.
Yes. Underneath a specific pot in the flower garden, I can leave you a message.
Okay.
Some important things, though, don't tell anybody else about this, aside from you and your friend.
I won't.
Good. And another one is look in that garden on Thursday.
Okay.
Stay safe, kid.
You too.
And with that, Nightshade runs off as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, Jacob. The vigilante has left your presence. You're alone.
No, he's
I'm guessing you're sending home.
Yeah, he's just running off.
Okay, do you contact your buddy Henry at all?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Like, after he gets out of the situation, changes clothes and whatnot, and, like, finds a place, changes out, and starts the casual jog home. He'll look at the time and be like, okay, Henry should be out of work by now. Flip the speed dial.
Hello?
Hey! What's up?
I'd ask how your thing went, but, I need you to detour from wherever you are to my house.
Oh, that's good, because I was going to ask you if I could come over, because we got some stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So.
Yes, we do.
I think I might actually end that there.
I was going to say, that's actually very
Yep.
So yeah. On that, we end the comic there for the evening. And once again, this has been Emerald City on the BCC channel. I'm your GM, Chameleon Ice, with OPT and TGE. Have a good night, everybody.